Okay, so, everybody's talking about it. UFOs, UAPs, whatever we're calling them these days.
Right.
And it seems like we might be on the verge of some pretty big changes in how we think about these things,
Yeah, definitely.
especially with groups like CIDR coming onto the scene.
Yeah, they're trying to, like, really shake things up. Right?
Yeah, and, for a long time, this whole UFO thing has been kind of stuck in the realm of, well,
The fringe.
Yeah, exactly. But CIDR, they're trying to bring some serious science and even business sense to the table.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's been one of the biggest problems all along, hasn't it?
What's that?
The lack of real funding for, like, serious research.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it. Like the AATIP program,
Right.
they only had a budget of, what was it, $22 million over 5 years? Yeah, something like that.
To investigate something that could completely change our understanding of, well, everything.
It's wild, right? I mean, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what we spend on some other, let's face it, less important things.
Totally. And that's where I think CIDR's approach is so interesting.
How so?
Well, they're not just, hoping for government grants or relying on some,
Eccentric billionaire.
Exactly. They're actually building a model that could attract investors.
Yeah, they're looking at it like, okay, how can we make this commercially viable?
Right. Like, how can this be part of the whole, growing space economy?
Exactly. And the early signs suggest it might actually be working.
Okay, so how are they doing that? Tell me more.
Well, it's all about leveraging technology. I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking massive data sets, user engagement.
They're building a platform designed for high user retention, high conversion rates.
So it's like a science meets Silicon Valley kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They're showing that you can have rigorous scientific exploration and a sound business model at the same time.
Which makes a lot of sense when you think about the potential payoff here. But of course, there's a big question that comes with all of this.
What's that?
Credibility.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest, UFO research has kind of a...
A reputation?
Exactly. So how do they plan to overcome that? How do they convince people that this is serious science and not just,
More little green men stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it all comes down to transparency and, using the right technology. So one of their key strategies is machine learning.
Oh, interesting.
They're using algorithms to analyze all the visual data, filter out the common misidentifications, birds, drones, weather balloons, all that stuff.
Right.
And they're even looking at blockchain technology.
Blockchain for UFO sightings. That's a new one.
Yeah, it's about ensuring the integrity of the data, making sure it hasn't been tampered with. But, even with all that, they still have to contend with public perception.
Yeah, because you can have all the data in the world, but if people don't trust it...
It's meaningless.
Right, exactly. So they're walking a real tightrope here. They need to capture the public's imagination.
Which, to be fair, they've been pretty good at so far.
Right. But they also can't be seen as just another group chasing,
Flying saucers.
Exactly. It's a tough balance to strike. But okay, let's say they manage to do it.
Okay.
They maintain scientific integrity, they keep the data safe, and they convince everyone to take them seriously. What happens then? What are the potential rewards if CIDR actually pulls this off?
Well, that's the real question, right? What if they succeed?
I mean, the possibilities are huge.
Huge, yeah.
Like, what could we learn?
Think about it. What if, instead of being, this fringe thing, UFO research was treated like any other area of science?
Right, with real funding and everything.
Exactly. I mean, we could be talking Nobel Prizes, documentaries.
The whole 9 yards.
And with that kind of legitimacy, you'd see more resources, more talented people, really pushing the boundaries of what we know.
We could finally figure out what's really going on.
Exactly.
Hello.
Are we talking about weird atmospheric stuff?
Some kind of tech we just don't understand yet.
Or, maybe, just maybe.
Aliens? Come on, you gotta say it.
All right, extraterrestrial intelligence.
There you go. But even if it's not, little green men, the scientific advancements could be incredible.
Absolutely. New astronomical discoveries, breakthroughs in physics, maybe even clues about the origins of life itself.
And you know what I think is really interesting? It's not just about the UFOs themselves. It's the way CIDR is doing this whole science meets business model.
Yeah.
I mean, what if this could be applied to other areas of research that just don't get enough funding?
Right. Imagine what we could achieve in fields like, consciousness studies or deep sea exploration.
It's like CIDR is testing a whole new way of doing science, a way that could empower people all over the world to get involved.
Citizen scientists. It's
Yeah.
a pretty amazing idea when you think about it.
It really is. So I guess the question for everyone listening is, what do you think? How does CITR's mission resonate with you?
Because at the end of the day, it's about more than just UFOs. It's about our innate desire to explore, to understand the universe around us.
It's about that sense of wonder, that drive to push the boundaries of what we think is possible. Yeah, it really does make you think, doesn't it? About all the things we still don't know.
That's what's so exciting, though, right? This sense that we're on the verge of, I don't know.
Discovering something huge.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. This could change everything we thought we knew about the universe.
And about ourselves, too.
Absolutely. And even if we never find definitive proof of,
aliens.
Yeah, aliens. Even then, the journey itself is what matters.
That's a good way to put it. It's about the search, the exploration.
Exactly. Because that's what makes us human, right? That curiosity, that desire to push the boundaries of what we know.
It's that spirit that's led to every great discovery in history, hasn't it?
100%. And who knows, maybe CITR will inspire a whole new generation of,
explorers and scientists.
Exactly. People who are willing to look up at the stars and ask those big questions.
And that brings us to our final thought for you today. Let's say CITR succeeds. They build this incredible network of people all over the world, collecting data, sharing observations. What happens then? What will all that information tell us? About UFOs, about the universe, about our place in it all?
Those are the questions we need to keep asking, don't you think?
I do, because maybe, just maybe, the answers will surprise us all. Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive.
It's been a fascinating conversation.
As always. But before we go, we want to leave you with something to think about. If CITR succeeds, could this new model of research, this fusion of science and, well, let's face it, a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit, could this be the key to unlocking even bigger mysteries? Mysteries that extend beyond the realm of UFOs and into the very fabric of reality itself. It's a question worth pondering. And on that note, we'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. Keep looking up, keep asking questions, and most importantly, never stop exploring the wonders of the universe around us.